Hi and welcome to Stitched Up. Today we're going to learn how to make a simple apron. This is one I made earlier, it's just a demonstration, it's just a simple stitched all the way around, little patch pocket, and on this one we've put a bit of a plique just to make it a bit more interesting. Right. We take a pattern that we can borrow from Stitched Up Cafe and a piece of fabric. This wants to be about 1 metre and preferably washable. So taking our fabric, we put our longest sides together, fold it in half and then just fold it along the crease. Take the pattern and with the strong straight edge with fold line written on it, place that against the fold of your fabric and then just add a few pins just to stop it moving around while you cut it. So then we don't have to worry about adding any seam allowance onto this pattern, excuse me, because it's already added onto the pattern. Cut round. Next we need to cut out our pocket. I've just used a spotty fabric just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then to this we need to add on some iron-on Vilene. The right side of this you can feel it's quite rough and the other side is smooth. With the rough side up, place your pocket piece of fabric on top of it with the right side of the old fabric facing you. And then just give it a quick iron and little glue particles will stick the fabric to the Vilene. It just makes it a little bit stiffer and keeps the pocket in place and in shape. And take your pocket pattern, pop it on the piece of fabric and add a few pins. And then again just cut around it, don't worry about seam allowance. Out and place that to one side. And taking your main pattern piece, remove the pins and open out your pattern piece, your piece of fabric. It's taking shape of your pattern of your apron. Then where the underarm pieces go on the curve, we need to neaten these, and to do this we do a double hem. So to start with, we just turn in 1 centimetre and give it a little press all the way around. Then we need to turn this again to make a double hem. So fold it over again and press it again. This gets rid of any raw edges and stops any fraying. And just put a few pins in to hold it in place. Then we need to do the same on the other side. Then we need to stitch as close as we can to this folded edge, just to keep it all in place. Put off our ends. And then again on the other side. Then we need to do the same all the way around the rest of the pinny. So starting on one of your long edges, place some pins in it, just turning in 1 centimetre. where we've pinned it before, if we just give it a little press, and then we need to do again another double hem, so fold it back on itself again. So we've actually ended up with a nice neat double hem all the way around the pinny. Now we need to take this back to the sewing machine and stitch along our top edge and then down along two long edges and across our hem. We'll just do a little back stitch when we begin, just to reinforce it a little bit. And then we start stitching down our long straight edges, back stitch. We need to do a double hem on the top, the longest edge of the pocket. So again, we just do it, turn once, press, and turn again, and press. And just machine along the top. Again, just stitching close to the fold line. At this point, you can add on any applique you wish to, so you put a little heart on it, and then just zigzag all the way around it, just to add a little bit of interest. Next, we need to find the centre of this, so just finger press down the middle of that. And then take our pinny and decide approximately where we'd like to put our pocket. I think we're about there. And then add a few pins. Just down the centre. Next we need to turn in, we turn in 1 centimetre of the raw edge and give it a press. And again on the corners, and just pin it in place. If you prefer, you can pin this into place and then just put a row of tacking stitches around it just to help hold it in position if you feel less confident without taking it straight to the machine. So now we're going to machine it and go starting here with a little back stitch just to reinforce it, stitch down, across, back up, and another little reinforcing stitch here. Then we're going to just put a little line of stitching up the middle just so it gives us 2 little pockets. So we start with a little back stitch just to reinforce the pocket, and then carry on sewing all the way around it as close as you can to the fold. Then we just need to stitch along our fold line just to give us 2 little pockets, makes it a little bit more interesting. Next thing we need to do is just add our straps, which come around the waist and around the neck. So I've taken some apron tape. This is available from any haberdasher's or stitched up, sell it by the metre. Sorry. 2 pieces, approximately 1 metre long, and then a shorter piece which goes around the neck, 1/2 metre. To begin with, we turn in 1 centimetre and then turn again another centimetre, so the raw edge is all enclosed. And then we're going to put this on the back of the pinny in the corner, and we're going to do a little box stitch, go down, round and across. stitched all the way around it, and then just back stitch, and then we need to go from corner to corner. Then finally we just need to add our apron ties. Again, we just take each piece and fold it in 1 centimetre and again, and then we just need to stitch around here on both edges. Then we need to do the same on the sides. We just turn it once, turn it twice and pin it. And the same on this side. Turn it once, turn it twice and pin it. Then we stitch around here. Just make sure you back stitch just to reinforce it. We don't want them coming untied. And the same on the other side. And there we have it. A very simple pinny.